Hey, it's the Grill Master in the house. I'm out loud, man. I'm getting ready to do a little bit of grilling. This was a gas grill, and I turned it to a charcoal grill. So right now I got some aluminum foil and different things. So I put that right in here so the charcoals can sit in here. Then I got my rack here. A lot of guys that grill and stuff, they do their racks different. I haven't watched any of the videos or whatnot that's posted up there, but you can base your grill any kind of way you want. You want to keep this base clean. So scraper here that I use, scrape off all the good stuff. And then once we light the charcoal and everything, we gonna put this crate back up there and put some food up there. So I want y'all to stay tuned, and we're gonna come back and show you how it looks shortly. All right, be back. Now we at the part where we put the charcoal in. Likewise, you always read the instructions on the manual and everything on the charcoal bag. And so right here, we got some charcoal, some different kind of charcoal today. It's like hickory. So you got hickory charcoal, which is gonna cause you to have flavor that's different from just a regular charcoal. You're gonna have charcoal, and then you're gonna have a hickory charcoal. So this is the instant light charcoal. You can get all different types of charcoal you want to use and things like that, but I think Kingsford is like the best charcoal you can use, because Kingsford lasts longer than most charcoals, and it's been around for a long time. So that's the charcoal I like to use. When you light the charcoal, it takes around about 10 to 15 minutes for the charcoal or the coals to get white. Once they get white, all you gotta do is put your crate up here, and then you can start cooking your food. So like I said, you know, we're gonna do a breakdown of how it goes, and then once I get the charcoals white, we're ready to cook. But usually just give it like 10 or 15 minutes. It's not nothing too grilling, but you get your aluminum foil ready. Some people put the aluminum foil on the crates, and some people don't. If you're a beginner, then I would advise you to put aluminum foil on your crate, so that way when you cook, you won't burn your food. But like with me, I've been cooking for a little while, so what I do, I get the charcoals nice and white, and then you gotta, if you're gonna be cooking fast, you want to put your charcoals on one side and have a fast side and a slow side. But usually you spread, if you're a cooking expert or a grilling expert, you can cook with your coals all spread out, and that way, if it get too hot, always keep like a spray bottle so you can spray your water up there and cool the charcoals down. But you always remember, you're gonna have a lot of heat. The more charcoals you put in, it's for more food that you're gonna be cooking, and it's gonna burn for 2 or 3 hours. Kingsford burn longer than all the charcoals I've dealt with, but I'm pretty sure there's some better charcoal out there, but that's the best charcoal that I use. So we got the fire lit now, got the charcoals up in a diamond shape. Always got to be careful when you light a fire, because like right now the wind just picked up a little bit. So you got to be real careful. The cameraman, he got to be careful. You got kids or anything like that, you know, make sure that they far away from the grill as possible. And just make sure you keep an eye on it. You know, like when I'm grilling, I'm walking in and out of the house, I want to make sure that I keep my eyes on the fire, especially with the wind picking up and different things like that. So keep that in mind anytime you grill. I don't care if you by yourself or you're cooking out for people, keep your eyes on the grill at all times. Make sure that the fire don't get out of control. If it get too high up and you don't want it that high, like I said, keep a spray bottle or water near, or something close, something wet, where you can put the fire, contain the fire, and keep it low. A lot of guys or a lot of women, they cook very different from where I cook. Like I said, stay tuned. We're gonna get the coals nice and white. We're gonna spread them out, and then you'll be able to see how you put it on the grill and how you cook it on the grill. Give this about 10 to 15 minutes. And the coals, once they get white, we'll be ready to cook. that means you ready to throw down. Get ready to get to the next step. We get ready to start cooking the meat. And we get ready to make sure that when you cooking, a tip is if you beginning, use aluminum foil. But a real cook, expert, or whatever can cook without the foil. You got your coals. I got all my coals spread out. But if I didn't want to cook all of it hot, I would have most of the hottest coals on this side and then not so many on that side. So that way you can cook like things like hot dogs on one side and then like I got ribs and stuff. But I'm gonna cook everything together. And I'm gonna move it and turn it. You're gonna have it cooking for 5, 10, 15 minutes, ribs 15 minutes. A good tip, insider tip is, in order to cook your food and have it cooked faster than just cooking it, throwing it on the grill, like ribs raw and everything like that, you can either boil your chicken, your ribs and stuff in the pot, go ahead and season it, put it in the pan and bake it for about 10 or 15 minutes, or 5 or 10, whichever you desire, or put it in the pot and bake it, or boil it. But the thing of it is you can go ahead and pre-cook it. That way it won't take as long to grill. So that's a good insider tip, and that's usually what we do. Most of the time my wife will season the meat. Sometimes I season it, and then after we get done baking or boiling whatever we got to boil, we put it on the grill and start cooking. It won't take as long. And say like if you got chicken and ribs, you do that for about 10 or 15 minutes. After that, all you got to do is put some barbecue sauce on it and let that sit for about 5 or 10 minutes. Then you turn it over. Let that sit for 5 or 10 minutes. Then you turn it back over, make sure it looks like you want it. I like to cut my meat up while I'm grilling on the grill, but everybody do it different. So you'll be able to see how it looks when I get to it, start cooking. Stay tuned so you can see the next step. Alright, so once you get everything seasoned and baked, it should look something like this. It's pre-cooked. And then now it's time for it to go on the grill. Alright, so now we get ready to put the meat up there and get things going. We got 2 racks of ribs, got 2 racks of chicken. Like I said, each time I cook, it'll be a little bit different. But as you see, like I said, the meat, you pre-cook it, and it should be already ready. It won't take as long to cook and everything. And you want to allow your meat to cook for 5 and 10 minutes at a time before you rotate it. And the coals is ready. Everything looking good. The ribs is ready. So you put both of them in there. Alright.
So which side's hot and which side's cold? Are they all the same?
We're all of them is all the same. And you got it spread out because you got a lot of meat. And you got a lot of chicken, so everything is pretty much spread out. And so when you're cooking like this, you want to make sure you got everything set up like that. All right, so get ready to flip this meat over, and you'll see how it's performing, how it's cooking. Like I said, I got my charcoals spread out, but I always like to look and see how it looks up there when I'm doing it. You know, is it cooking done, or is it getting done? And then, is it, it's cooking like I need it to cook? It looked pretty good so far. And so, now it's time for me to turn everything over to the other side. And as you can see that the chicken is getting a little dark and stuff. It's cooking and stuff. It's plumping up and everything. And so, that's how you want your food to look when you're cooking it. You want to see that it's looking good. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. So that's why I say every 5 or 10 minutes, you know, you can flip your food over and let it cook, take its time and everything. And also, all the my live team members are here. I got Mr. Brian, he the recorder man, editing. If you need somebody to edit, you holler at my boy Brian, my son. And then my girls out here playing. We got Alana, Aaliyah, and Alex, the A-team. So they out here playing. We all cooking some food for Aaliyah. We getting a chance to cook a little something for her birthday. And so, yeah, everything's looking good. Look at that meat, how it's looking. And sometimes, if it's cooking, I can show y'all something while I'm doing this. You can move while it's cooking. I can take my ribs and move it on the inside, and take my chicken. And you know, if it's cooking better in the middle, I could just move everything like this, or move it around a little bit and let it cook. You know, where it's cooking the most at. And that way you get to, you know, see exactly how it's cooking. But you want your food to take its time and let the charcoal, like we got some mesquite charcoal this time, so it's a little different charcoal than just a regular king fruit, to add more flavor. I think my wife put some apple wood seasoning or marinade on it, so everything looking pretty good. So when you come back, I want to show you what I do to the ribs when I flip it over the next time. I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna cut the ribs while they're on the grill. We'll be back with you after these messages. All right, so we're back now. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the ribs for you now, because they're so tender. We can do this on the grill. That's how you know you got a good rib. So what I like to do, I always like to cut the back end first. And then after I cut the back end, I can flip it over and then cut it from the front end. The sharper your knife, the better. Mine's a little dull, so got to put a little muscle into it. I like to cut them while they're on the grill. That's what makes it pleasant. You can smell all the flavor going in there and stuff, and different things. See the juices shooting out of there and everything. Say every 5-10 minutes, however you like it. Cook it longer. You just need to make sure your meat don't get overcooked before you flip it over. But you always want to flip it over and then turn it over and cook it. That way everything will be cooked from the inside out. You don't want to cook one side too long. So now I'm getting ready to flip it. I'm going to flip my chickens first. Got my ribs cut. Set up. This is how it's supposed to be. Look, this is finished product. I got some hot dogs. I threw them like in the corner and let them cook for a little while so they're ready. Then I got the chicken and the ribs cut up real good and stuff. So it should look about like this. It can look different, but after you done cook and had a successful grill, say, you know, everything should come out like this right here. Also, when you're cooking and stuff, you can also take a piece of chicken or a piece of rib or whatever and just try it out to see how far along it's come, to see how long it's been cooked and if it's already ready, or, you know, it just depends on the size of the chicken and the ribs, how it come out. But most of the time, if you do it like I showed you, It'll come out just right each time. Always make sure you got enough charcoal so your charcoal don't run out. Like right now, I could throw some steaks up there and they'll cook pretty good. I could do some bratwurst and they will cook pretty good. I mean, it's ready to cook now, you know, and stuff. So finished product, and I hope you enjoyed the video, the Loud Team video. All right, so we'll be coming to you with more material, new material, and you get a chance to see more things that we do on this grill, how we cook different things, steaks, bratwurst. I mean, I love it all. So, and I'm still a student of the game too. And you know, I'm still working. I'm always working. Me and my son, my wife, and kids, we're always working. So, I'm a student of the game. I'm always learning different things. I try to watch a few channels when I get a chance. But I hope y'all enjoy the video. We'll cook again. I'll see you soon. Have a good night.